So as you can see, we've got quite a bit of snow since our last videos. This is actually good snowball weather.
Oh.
Makes pretty good snowballs, but I wanted to have a fire tonight for New Year's. So I have a pine bough. And I don't know, this is kind of wet, but we're going to go try and gather some dry kindling first.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to just walk around the property and gather up some dry tinder because we want to try out some new ferro rods we got. So
yeah.
Let's go walk around. Like right here. This looks dry. Come over here so you can listen. It's really wet feeling. You feel that?
Oh, it is really wet.
Yeah.
It looks so dry though.
Yeah. So like these down here. That would work.
They're dry.
It's drier. Yeah, so we'll look for stuff like this. So let's go this way. But under the boat here, everything's been protected. So this sounds a lot more dry. Kind of. Well, kind of, because it's from that same plant here, but it's been hidden under the boat. But I can hear it snap more.
Which is better instead
It is
of
better.
this.
Yeah,
Where
so
when you snap it, you can't really hear
yeah,
it.
it's like rubber. So we'll grab some of this. But I don't know, it still feels kind of rubbery, so we'll probably pass that up. Let's go back this way.
Ooh, into the more of yard.
I don't see up there.
Okay.
Get this stuff. This stuff's still dry.
Yeah.
This would be even harder if you're really out in the woods.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're in town. You can hear the truck over there and
Yeah.
see the other houses, but we'll try this.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
I don't know. There's just not a lot of dry tinder out here.
You only have a handful.
Well, we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
Put my knife back. Okay, we'll set that there for now.
Yep.
Amongst the pine bough we got. Pines are awesome for starting fires, so we
Yeah.
love having those.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna go check out, see what kind of wood we have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a lot of the stuff is pretty wet because we had snow finally, and then it melted. And then there's a light rain today, so everything's kind of wet. We'll see how snappy this is. It still sounds good though.
Yeah. So we could try and burn.
Yeah, we'll try to make something out of this.
Yeah.
That one's pretty thick, so
Yeah,
I won't
it's a
try to
thick
break
one.
that. We'll see if it fits in our pit here.
Our pit's pretty.
Almost.
Oh,
Huh?
just a tiny piece.
Oh, that's solid. Okay, we'll save him for later.
Yeah, like to throw on top of the fire.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hurt anything, just to try and break wood. Okay, so this is pretty good. We use that for a base. I didn't even plan on having a fire, but I wanted to have a fire.
Yeah.
And this way we can test out real life fire making.
Yeah.
I don't like to lose any tinder like this if I can help it. 'Cause that bark is dry.
Yeah.
Alright, so actually, with all the snow, I'm just going to pretend it's like I'm out in the woods, just like we did last year when we made that video while we were rabbit hunting.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we'll make a
Where?
little base.
And then we collected tiny sticks that were around there.
Yeah. This one looks, oh yeah.
Don't want to lose any tiny sticks either.
No. Now I don't know if this will help save the battery, but if I turn my light on and we shut this off. Oh, my fingers are so cold right now they don't want to activate the camera. Back on. Okay, now we're back up. See how that looks. Can you see what, can the camera see what I'm doing with my headlamp on?
Yeah.
Okay. We have an auto now. Oh, that's a big one. See, if we were in the woods, we'd have to have a hatchet or
Yeah.
something to break this. There we go. So we're just trying to get a nice bed.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I can put this stuff on. This sure feels damp. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I got a stick here. This one's probably gonna be pretty good.
It sounded pretty creaky,
It did. That one's probably still got a little moisture in it.
but it still seemed good a little bit for how the snack was.
Yeah. This is a big boy.
Yeah.
Another big boy.
Yeah, really big one.
These are some spare 2x4s for after I got a fire started. Another big boy. I can't break the hand.
Oh, what about that one?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's breakable.
It's kind of long, but
Yeah, that was part of the problem. It was so long. Alright. Alright. So, problem here, we don't have a lot of like twigs, like dry twigs and whatnot.
tender.
Well, we got maybe tinder, but we don't have the second layer of twigs we want to put on.
Right, where it's on top of the whole thing.
Yeah. But I want to kind of test this out. So I know this won't take off right away.
Yeah.
We've got some pine. And if you're out here with just a match or something, probably won't work. And we got these brand new ferro rods. That's from Swiss Safe.
Swiss safe.
I don't know a whole lot about them, but you know, it was a good deal when we got them. We'll try it out. Throws a decent spark.
Yeah, but it's not lighting up our fire right now.
No, because a lot of that's not dry enough. So, it's just another reason to always carry some sort of kit. So we'll try this. These are some weird shavings I got from work. They packed them in like chewed up cardboard.
It's very chewed up.
Yeah. So we'll see if this ferrule rod will start this.
With your headlamp on, it kind of looks like there's already a fire there when you throw the sparks in.
That's it. Nothing yet. Alright folks, this is kind of sucking. Thankfully we're not stuck out in the woods because everything's so wet, but we dug deeper and found a little bit drier stuff. And hopefully this will take off, which the first stuff did, but it couldn't catch onto the wet sticks. And you know, this is a good reason I always carry a batoning knife or a hatchet. I could have split this, but I don't have one right now.
Alright.
So we couldn't split this to get dry wood, but we'll persevere and try again. Alright, I'm done with that ferrule rod. I don't know what's going on. It's probably because everything's too wet. Maybe I'm in too much of a hurry. Let's do the classic match. It would be better if we had more small twigs and shavings, but we'll try it like this.
Yeah. The wood seems to be catching on fire pretty good still though.
Well, it's not the wood, it's the dry tinder we actually found.
But
this is a good lesson about finding dry stuff and having dry stuff on you. That's why that tinder bag is good to carry dry tinder around.
yeah.
The wind is starting to pick up and blow stuff out too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting in my face. Ah! Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, stop, drop, and roll.
Ugh.
It's getting to my face back here.
Woo. Stop coming at me, fire. It's one of the sloppier fires I've ever done, but I wanted to try out that ferrule rod. And it threw sparks, but I don't know, it just wasn't catching. We'll try it again. I'm not saying they're bad. It threw some good sparks.
Yeah. It's just not working right now.
Yeah.
Smells like we're cooking hot dogs. Fire!
Well, that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Did I get it going? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that just shows you need to be more prepared, because I didn't have a sharp knife. I didn't have like backup cotton or Vaseline. I didn't have a hatchet. And that. So here what we ended up with. We just kept feeding it, and it got a nice hot fire. It's a little smoky because of the wetness, but it's burning. Alright. Well, the other camera died, so I started this one, but yeah, so I mean, that was crazy. So it's always good to definitely have a knife or a hatchet or whatnot on you. Always have extra dry tinder, extra matches, because I mean, ferro rods are cool. I've seen them, but this was really wet, snowy weather.
So you couldn't do it that good?
I don't know. I mean, I never ever claimed to be an expert. I just get out there and do it. And I try not to do like 10 takes before something happens. I try to just do it in the moment. And sometimes in the moment isn't pretty.
But we still got it to work.
Well, so far.
Yeah.
Because if you're out in the woods, you definitely need to be splitting more wood, make sure it's dry and whatnot.
Yeah.
because sometimes everything will just die on you.
Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah. I just grabbed the ember. Oh, hot. At least it's hot enough to burn me.
Yeah.
Well, must be New Year's already. The ambulance and fire trucks are already going. I don't know if you can hear them back there.
But they're here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight fire though. Ooh. Problem is, sometimes the little twigs are kind of lit, and then I reach over and I grab a small ember. I'm just trying to get some of this dry tinder back up here. Tell you what, this was a good reminder about starting wet fires. I haven't done that in a while. And we need to practice that more because this did not take off like I'm used to. So definitely we need to carry our knife with us. And yes, I know they're in the house. So is the hatchet. I just wanted to try this without anything.
Yeah.
So it's good to carry a knife with you, a batani knife, a hatchet, extra matches, definitely extra dry tinder. But then it went out right away because the wood was still wet.
Yeah.
So you definitely need some sort of way to break the wood down.
Yeah.
So you have at least 3 different layers of ignition. You know, tinder, twigs, coils, shavings, anything like that.
Yeah.
But this is slowly taking off.
Yeah.
Well, it sure isn't happy. Doesn't look like a happy fire.
No.
It looks
droopy.
like, do I really have to?
It's droopy. Too.
Yeah, it's droopy. Do I really have to do this?
It's trying to go to a New Year's party.
You can see the colors. You can tell it's a wetter wood.
Yeah.
Burning off water. Water has H2O in it.
Which makes the fire blue.
Well, oxygen is usually blue. I'm no chemist, but you know, you got hydrogen, 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, and you have to burn that off first before you get to the wood. But it's starting to take. You hear that sizzle? That's what I was talking about not too long ago, how you can hear the water sizzling off.
Oh yeah.
It's just a slight
I could hear it better from up here.
yeah. I don't want to ruin the base, but I'm trying to get more of these sticks in the heat.
And the logs on fire.
It's not doing too bad though. Because my main goal with starting fires is I don't want to use ignition sources like gas, charcoal lighter, kerosene, anything like that. Yeah, it's great in an emergency, but you know, it's cool to be able to start your own fires.
Without any of that.
Yeah, especially tonight. This was a good lesson, a good reminder.
Yeah.
This was a good reminder about how hard fire can be to start.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be our New Year's thing, is to be even more adept and more prepared about stuff like this.
Yeah.
Even though we should be doing that every day without having to have a New Year's resolution. But it'd be fun to just get more prepared.
Yeah, and every New Year's try and do it too.
Well, every day try to do it better.
Yeah.
And it's starting to take off. Look at that. Slowly but surely. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still sitting on that bed of snow. Right down there. That's why I made that base, because if that fire would have started on the snow itself, the snow probably would have put it out. So you put a base, and it's lifted it up at least 2 inches or more off the snow, just like we did when we were hunting that time.
Oh, yeah.
We made a base to keep it up off the snow.
Yeah, with some of our bigger sticks.
You know what was weird about that trip though was that started right away with just a bunch of little twigs and the cotton ball.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was a trick. Here I didn't have those tiny twigs. Here I had just 2-inch sticks that I could break with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
But out there I was getting anywhere from 1/4-inch sticks up to 1-inch sticks. And remember how fast we got started?
Mm-hmm.
We just used a couple matches, cotton ball,
Yeah.
and it started right up. We had a nice little fire. So I think that's one of the keys, is make sure you have the tiny sticks to throw on top of the dry tinder,
Yeah.
so it takes off. And I know that is part of the key, but we didn't have that here. We had dry tinder ish and then 2-inch sticks, and that just doesn't make for an easy fire. So it's a good lesson, something to remember. But it's starting to take off pretty good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too.
It's nice and cozy.
Yeah.
Get out here on New Year's Eve. So I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. You gotta remember about Thanksgiving. Had a great Christmas. You gotta remember about Christmas. And now it's New Year's. So I hope y'all have a good New Year's. We're gonna stay inside. No parties, no traveling, no nothing. We're just gonna stay inside. Except out here.
Yeah. We will.
Yeah, we'll probably watch a movie. Maybe
like inside of our gate area.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do inside.
We'll watch some sort of movie. A good Western or something.
Yeah.
Maybe another Clint.
Yeah.
Of course, Clint Eastwood. Can't go wrong with him.
Maybe bacon, steak, nachos.
Oh, yeah.
Good kind of nachos. You don't
Yeah.
want any of that bad melted nacho cheese or bad chips. None of that. No. Just good nachos.
Yeah, we'll see what we're going to make. But yeah, it looks like this fire took off pretty good, folks. So appreciate you watching. Appreciate all the subscribers.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you want to share with your friends, we'd appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe. And I guess liking the video helps too, but I don't know that much about YouTube. I just know subscribers and shares are really good. That way we get more views, and we appreciate it.
And likes sometimes.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh.
And thankfully we haven't had too many bad comments. We appreciate the good comments, and I like interacting with the folks who comment.
Yeah.
So we do appreciate that. Bad comments I don't care about. It's like, why even leave them? So people who want to chat with us, that's cool. Appreciate it. I've chatted with people from all the way across the U.S., from California up to Maine, so that was nice. People are letting off fireworks now.
I don't know why.
Well, it's
Wait,
New
New
Year's.
Year's
People always do it on New Year's. But it looks like this battery's gonna die too. But it looks like we did get this fire going, so that's awesome. I'm gonna shut this down, and Happy New Year's, folks.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
All right, hello the camp. Over and out.
That was good.